Hello everyone, welcome to CSB Works. I am Thibaut and today I got the key of the Lexus RZ450e. So this is the RZ series from Lexus and it is their first approach to build a fully electric SUV. And as you know, Lexus is the premium brand from Toyota, so this one is built on the same chassis as the Toyota bZ4X. And we have also tested that in the past. I put a link down below in the comments to that review because I've posted that on another YouTube channel. But anyways, the new RZ is only available in the 450e, so it's this one. It's a 313 horsepower electric SUV and it is a direct 4, so that means that it is in all-wheel drive. It does 5.6 seconds 0 to 100, so we will also test that when I take you for a drive later in this review. Exterior wise, there is nothing that I can compare with the Toyota design. It is just a completely Lexus. It has the sharp nose, the typical headlights, and at the back I think it looks a bit like a Lamborghini Urus, so I think that's a big compliment for Lexus. Yeah, at the back it is really aggressive. The long LED light from the left to the right. Beautiful design. They also got these strange looking fins. I don't know if they really add something to the aerodynamics, but it looks cool and sportive. The color, by the way, is called Sonic Copper. It's a special color, but I'm not a huge fan of it, I need to say. Let's take a look at the boot. I really like the plate, Lexus 1. Very nice. But anyways, this has a boot capacity of 500 liters and you got a bit of extra space underneath here. Of course, there's a lot of trash in here and cables, of course, but you got a bit of extra, a bit of extra space down here. It's an EV, but we of course want to see what's underneath the engine cover. It could be a luggage space, an extra luggage space of course, or there could be a lot of electronics here. Okay, a lot of electronics. So this one is a dual motor. That means that it has one electric motor in the front and one at the back. But furthermore, nothing to watch here. On the inside we see the beautiful interior of Lexus. The only thing that I recognize is the gear lever. This one is the same one as in the bZ4X, but furthermore it is just all Lexus. You also got these very nice seats. They don't look very sportive, but they actually sit quite nice. They have a sort of Alcantara look to them also at the doors, and the rear seats are just the same. Of course, in the middle, the infotainment screen. It is a quite nice big screen. You have these two knobs in here to change the temperature. Really weird design, but also quite nice, of course. But furthermore, nothing too special to talk about. It just has the things that it should have. So let's take a look at the rear seats. And just one strange thing about Lexus. It has this weird door handle or door button, I need to say, also at the rear, and the door handles itself are also strange. You don't have to pull them like you normally do. Typical Lexus, I guess. So at the back seats, I need to say this is quite spacious. So the bZ4X was also quite big, but Lexus, the dimensions of the RZ here are bigger than the bZ4X, but you have a lot of leg room, and this seat is in my position. I'm 1.85 m, so I guess this is quite good. Also the headroom is quite remarkable. It is all very spacious and you can just sit here quite nice. The only thing I got my eye on is that I sit a little bit higher, so my legs are just higher, and that's of course due to the battery that is sitting here underneath between the two axles, so that means that my feet are a little bit higher. Another remarkable thing is this 220 volt plug that you have here. I've never seen it in another car, but it is very handy. And beside that you also have two USB-C ports. The last thing I want to talk about while sitting here at the back seat is this panoramic roof. So it is only a glass above you, so it can't open, and you also can't look to the outside because it has a sort of milky effect to it, so it isn't clear. So back at the driver's seat, we'll take it for a drive. The start button is right here, and then my seat moves to the front. Very nice. So let's take it for a drive. Of course, a really interesting thing that everyone wants to see, we're just going to start with it. So 313 horsepower all-wheel drive EV. Of course you want to know how fast it is, right? So foot on the brake, gas. And that's 100. So it should do 0 to 100 in about 5.7 seconds, so that's not bad. And so you also have the flippers behind the steering wheel. Some of you might have seen it. It's actually for the one pedal drive. So if you push the minus, it brakes a little bit harder, and if you push the plus, it doesn't brake anymore. So it has 4 steps, and that's about these pedals. So you can play a little bit around with it, but it won't change gears. So that's something you need to know. If I need to compare the BZ4X and this one, yeah, of course Lexus is the more premium brand. I need to say I drove the BZ4X with the front wheel drive system. They also have it in 4x4, but I can't compare them, of course. But just looking at those two, 4x4 is just a lot better. I had a lot of traction loss with the BZ4X front wheel drive. The all-wheel drive would be, of course, a lot better. But just looking at the finishing and the build quality of the Lexus, it is just that bit better than Toyota. But that's of course the thing about Lexus. You also pay a bit more for this one than for the BZ4X. So at the beginning I also said that this car had a 72 kilowatt battery, and of course the more important and more relevant thing about it is how much range does it actually have. So Lexus claims that you can do a maximum of 440 kilometers with one single battery charge, and I practically did 350, but of course I test it, I give a little bit of gas, I make some reviews and videos about it. And if you look to the average on the screen, one moment till it is safe, of course. So on the screen we can also watch the average. So we are currently at 23.7 kilowatts for each 100 kilometers, which is still a lot. We came from 26.5 when I picked up the car last Friday, and that's almost 1 week ago, because tomorrow I'll bring it back. So yeah, this is a press car. People drive it, test it, and of course push it sometimes to the limits. Of course I also do that, but my average, and I bring down the average of the car in general, but I guess it will do between 350 and maybe 410, 420 kilometers if you really do your best. So I think that will be easy to do. Let me explain it that way. So in short, my general thoughts about the Lexus RZ450e. I think it is a really delicious car. It is a stunning, beautiful car, although I don't really like the color. But yeah, Lexus is Lexus. It is premium. The materials that I used in here are really high quality, and just making the comparison between the BZ4X and this one, I would say the materials in here are better quality. But if it is really worth the price difference, yeah, that's up to you. But furthermore, yeah, it drives really well. It's also very quiet in here, so that's a thing I also noticed. But furthermore, there is nothing to discuss about this car. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like. And if you want to see more reviews from me in the future, then make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. And hopefully we see each other again next time. So thank you very much. Bye.